everybody, and welcome to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Tink Live.
I'm Kara.
I'm confused at where Jeremy's going with it.
I am too.
Tink Live just came in while the intro was running, and then said hello. So I thought I would just be a fun way
Tink thought it was funny.
Say hello. So that was fun. I got to keep you guys on your toes. Speaking of toes, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, I am going to already have a story for everyone to listen to. So, I have no affiliation with a blood donation or blood center, but you guys should donate blood. It's a good thing to do. So,
hello, subsector, welcome in.
Last Saturday or last Sunday. Last Sunday I went to give blood.
Sunday.
Come on down. Last Sunday I went to go give blood, and I haven't given blood for like a year or two. It's been a little while, and so I went to the little blood van thing, and the lady was like, "Oh yeah, hey, blah blah blah." You answer the 50 questions, and she, was like, "Hey, which finger do you want to get poked? I just gotta do a quick little blood test." And I was like, "Oh, this one's fine." So she, does the thing. It's pokes my finger, and then she looks at this computer and she goes, "Oh no, you can't give blood today." And I said, "What? What do you mean I can't give blood today?" And she goes, "Your iron is off the charts. You have way too much iron." And I said, "Well, is there anything I can do about it? I want to give blood today. Is there anything we can do?" And she goes, "Well, yeah, we can prick the other finger." I said, "Well, is it going to matter? I don't want to poke my other finger for no reason. I got a little Band-Aid on this one." So she's like, "Well, it might, just check the other side, see if it comes up lower." And so apparently you need under 20.5 or under 20 to give blood iron. You need under that. And I was at 20.8, but she said 20.9 was the most she's ever seen. So I was only 0.1 away from the record from a lot of iron. So she poked my other finger.
The record of a lot of iron.
And it came up at 15.8. So then the first thing that came to my mind is do I keep a magnet in this side and then all the blood stays on this half of my body? Is there something wrong with my heart? Is my blood not circulating well enough? So I got really nervous. So she's like, "Oh, that's within the specs. You can go ahead and give blood." And okay, a lot of chat. Expected a Billy Mays today, and then you should follow Deep Lake or go do it now. Oh, that's nice to stream protocol. Right?
I like Stone Monkeys.
Yeah, I'm Iron Man. Thank you so much, Stone Monkey.
But not that Iron Man.
I'm trying to get this dang shout out thing to work.
Got it. So
I think if I go like this.
So then she takes my blood pressure, and that was good. And then she takes my pulse, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you can't give blood today." I said, "What now? Why can't I give blood now?" And she goes, "Well, your pulse is too high." And I told her, I said, "You made me nervous. You said my iron was too high. You made me nervous. Now I can't." I said, "What can we do?" She goes, "Well, we can do it one more time. We can take your pulse one more time, but you got to wait 3 to 5 minutes." So I was like, "Well, let's do it." So she walks out of the room, and I sit there and I think,
Jeremy's going,
no way. So I'll get to that. That's cool. That pinned comment, eating too much red meat. So I'm sitting there, I'm thinking beaches, just sand, calm, So this other nurse comes in and she takes my pulse, and in hindsight, it probably was lie.
Jeremy came home and told me this story, and I was like, she totally lied to you.
Well, so she said, "Oh, your pulse is 99. You're good, and it has to be under 100." And so it was 99. I'm like, "Oh, that's convenient. It just happens to be one under the minimum or the maximum heart rate you're allowed." So anyways, we go in, and I'm sitting there talking to her, and I said, "How can I lower my iron?" And she goes, "No, give blood." I'm like, "No, really?" And she's like, "No, seriously, give blood. Giving blood it helps your body. You get rid of stuff. You're forced to make new blood. And then it dilutes everything down, and it's actually really good for you." So people who donate blood regularly have a way lower risk for heart disease, because too much iron in your blood is what causes the cholesterol in your bloodstream to harden into plaque and stuff like that into your veins. So the iron is what's bad for you.
Kidney failure, liver failure. Yeah,
because your body has to deal with all that iron. So she said, besides giving blood, you just need to cut way back down on your red meat. So apparently,
that's what Bradsworth said.
I have way too much red meat. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
Poor Jeremy.
So.
And then he came home with his Band-Aids on his 2 little fingies. Poor Jeremy.
And Kara thought it was even funnier because I still had my one bandage on here and my 2 little Band-Aids on here. And she's like, you can take those off like 4 minutes after they poke your finger.
Dude, okay, no, you didn't even need those. Like when I had gestational diabetes, I was poking my finger 4 times a day. I didn't use a Band-Aid once.
Well, that's what they put on me. They just wanted to take care of me. Oh,
Yay,
no.
That thing that I made work.
So it's an ad break?
There's something notifies the stream whenever an ad break starts now.
Oh, that's nice.
So should we just talk?
Is anybody
It
in
should be
here?
over basically by now.
All right.
The ad's already over?
Well,
that notification was at 7:05 and it's 7:06.
there you go.
Man. There's a lot of sweet drops. Hey, can you tell everybody what the new thing you did? The cool new animation thing that happens? How do we trigger that?
Literally just using an emote.
Oh, using any emote causes it to like bounce around the screen if you don't drop it.
Yep. No, I think drop does it too.
Really? Somebody do an emote in chat.
So
not
you
the
need to
pizza
have
emote.
needles stuck in your arms for 2 hours?
And yeah, see, it only kicks out one though. You see that one that shot off? So
Oh,
yeah, it just makes like the one.
cool.
But if you spam emotes in the chat,
Hello, Craftworks.
Kara,
Cadence?
snack.
What?
whoops.
Is that how you catch up with Boba Fett and Mando and all that? Hey, Cam Zankel.
So,
Welcome in.
Darth Gallum is heading to Duluth July 28th.
Really?
Get a hold of us. We can give you
Heck
a tour of
yeah.
the studio.
Come on up here.
We can hang out.
What are you doing up here?
I like how also somebody brought up bloodletting. I feels like when maybe there was, there had to be some relation why they thought bloodletting would work back then. Isn't that what killed Washington, the president? They bloodlet him to like low blood
Isn't
levels
that the
till
rumor?
he died.
Or the whatever.
They just
Yeah,
kept
that sounds right.
it's like they kept bloodletting him until he ran out of blood.
Can you imagine? I mean, they didn't know.
So, I mean, a little bit of a tangent story just because Chris hates the mail service. And
You don't have our mailman. He's awesome.
so Kara got all those
That
Lord of
doesn't
the
mean that the organization he works for isn't terrible.
Kara got all those Lord of the Rings cards. And when the last round of them showed up, it actually said, like magic on the side of the box, which is a very bold move. Because everybody, there's valuable stuff in there and people, surprised didn't get boosted. Anyways, when the mailman dropped it off, I came outside to get the package and he said, wait, it's like, do you like magic? And I said, yeah, I do. And he goes, me too. I'm like so excited for this set. I just got my booster box, or I got my commander decks last night and I get my booster box today. So it was just really funny to me to be sitting there talking to my mailman about what's in my mail, and we get the same thing. And it's even funnier to think about mailmen getting excited about getting their mail.
But I mean, seeing our mailman, are you shocked that he is into magic? And
I'm not. But do you think
Are you profiling your letter carrier as a dork?
Here's a fun thing.
he's super nice. Like, he's the nicest guy, nicest mail carrier you could ask for.
I have a couple of friends who work for a Social Security office. And one of the things they cannot do is look themselves up in the system. Like, it flags you and you cannot look up your own Social Security record. I don't know why.
Look at each other's.
They could. Yeah, they could look up each other's. You can look up other people. But I would just laugh if it was like a crime to deliver your own mail. Like, you can't be a mail carrier on your own route.
I don't know why you couldn't be.
Well, I don't know. You could smuggle letters in. Like, you could just steal other people's mail by delivering it in your own mailbox. And then how would they know where it got lost along the way?
I mean, I guess.
Oh. So.
True, I guess.
Anyways, so my mailman, he likes the same thing. I thought it was a really funny little whole.
So now we know what to get him for, like,
well, I've heard
Christmas.
I've heard of
whatever.
people giving their mailman presents. Chris, how do you feel about that? How does that make you feel?
If you
Makes me feel
have
like people being bamboozled.
if you have a good mail carrier, though, wouldn't you be willing to, like?
I believe he's getting paid a government salary and getting government benefits.
Here's the thing, though, as a hygienist that's getting paid and whatnot, I always appreciate when my patients bring me gifts.
I'm not allowed to accept gifts from clients at work, so.
I am. I even had a patient bring me
Wait a minute.
gifts
Hold on a second.
my day off. What?
Nobody at your work watches this, do they?
I don't know. Probably not intentionally.
So you cannot get gifts. Like, so somebody you can't shoot a commercial.
Let's say I go out to a steakhouse,
okay,
right? And I make a commercial for them.
Yep.
I can't accept like a free meal from them because they want to be like, hey, thanks for making a cool commercial. Whatever.
I want to talk about this because somebody, not Brownie, did a shoot at a restaurant and they had you sample the shot food, did they not?
No, that's different. That's like if they were like, come back and I'll give you a free meal.
I get it.
Yeah.
Right? But isn't that a little funny? It wasn't you, wink, wink.
Yeah, I mean, like the difference being like, so take a food thing out of it, right? If it's a boat shop and the guy wanted to give me $50 off an outboard motor because he liked the commercial.
You almost just made me spray my water because I thought you were going to say he wanted to give me a free boat. I was about to just freaking spray everywhere. Dude, you did a really good job. Here's a free boat. Imagine all the boats I'm going to sell because of your commercial.
But I'm going to lose out on however many grand.
But yeah, okay, so he can't give you...
Yeah, so yeah, lots of jobs don't allow. So
mine does.
You know what's super funny? I can
not go to inappropriate benefit dental.net.
I can be taken out by military people trying to get contracts through the government. They can take me out to eat. It just has to be under... The bill just has to be under a certain amount. So Tink says, our old mail carrier was horrible. Our new one is great. I told his boss he's amazing, and he got an award. Well, that's awesome.
We should call up and tell them that ours is great.
No mail carrier ever gets recommended for anything. She's like, this is the first person who said they liked their mail carrier in 83 years.
No, there's...
You're now the Postmaster General.
There's people who will, like, bake their mailman cookies or, you know...
See, I wouldn't trust homemade stuff.
Okay, I don't even want to talk about this, but my parents have, like, houses that they rent out. And one of the tenants dropped off a rent check today, right? He brought along a bag of cookies.
And Lord knows they're gone. Like, your dad loves cookies.
I had 4.
Jeremy.
I have a problem.
Obviously.
Homemade stuff is for the same reason that if somebody had homemade cookies and they handed them out during Halloween, it's just there's too many sketchy people on this planet. And I don't want to get razor blade diarrhea.
Brad says he also had a good mailman in California. It was noticeable when you have a good one.
Well,
it is noticeable.
My letter carrier goes up to a giant box for like half the complex and just sits there and just shoves stuff into slots. Oh, did I not tell you this got delivered to the wrong people?
So Chris,
for real?
Yeah, Chris just had.
Yeah, it was delivered on Thursday. It wasn't in my box. So then I go online. I'm like, hey, this wasn't delivered to the right place or whatever. I was unloading my groceries, and the people who got delivered to drove and was like, hey, are you Chris? I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, this got delivered to us by mistake a couple days ago.
Huh.
And I was like, it was convenient timing because I was outside. Like, it avoided like the awkward like knock and wait and everything or whatever. But yeah, the U.S. Postal Service hires criminally insane people.
Ha! I just thought that was funny. So it was a fun little story, and then it just reminded me of the stupid can't deliver your own mail. Oh wait, so Gwen said she had the same mail at PJ's and at 8th Street, so he'd bring me my mail at work. How cool is that?
Really funny.
It's probably easier for him because he can just skip past the house and go and do the big bulk drop.
Oh my God, that is got a sitcom written all over it. What if Brad was your mailman, Chris?
That'd be a hell of a commute.
That'd be really funny. It'd be really funny.
I mean, here's the thing. I check my mail once a week. I check it like on Mondays or Tuesdays.
Because you got to go to the
It's
key.
just a little lockbox thing, right? Like, so it's like it's like when I'm driving by and it's like I'll stop.
Oh, it's like an outside thing.
Yeah, so like when you're driving into the complex thing where I live, you come in, you take a left, and then there's a giant thing of mailboxes, and then you have to keep going down the road and turn in and whatever, and then so it's like it's on my way in and out, but I have to remember to have my mailbox key with me.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise,
hey, a nice Rebel pilot.
This is the one from Bill.
Aww.
Bill. How's he holding up?
Bill.
Kara has a Lego minifig, and he's lost. Princess Leia's lost her arm.
Princess Leia was from your mom.
Boba Fett's face is completely like worn off.
Yeah.
So Gwen was saying GTG gotta go be social. Is she leaving to go be social, or she's yelling at you to go be social and check your mail, Chris?
What? No, it's Marty's. I don't even want to say the name of his 4th of July party because I think that it's inappropriate. But It's his 4th of July
Interesting.
party today.
Oh, you could probably go find out what it's called on Discord, I'm assuming, if you really want to know. I'm just guessing.
Not our Discord.
No, our Discord. I'm
Oh,
sure.
really? Did he
he'll
post in there?
I don't know. He probably does.
All right.
I don't know if he posts about a personal party that he's hosting in there.
He's going to invite everybody. I have no idea. Could be fun. So yeah.
Stone Monkey.
So I thought we could touch. I know people were like, "Oh my goodness, we're talking about Star Wars. Let's talk a little bit about Star Wars." So it is like for sure going to happen. They're going to make another set of 3 movies, which I.
Oh, well, I think they said they were going to start in like 24.
So Rey is going to be the main character.
No.
What do you mean? Oh,
We need to
What else?
move away from the Skywalker. Like,
she's a Palpatine.
I know, but she literally
She's
said at
Rey
the end of 9,
Skywalker.
right there.
They didn't finish. They cut too soon. She's like, "I'm Rey Skywalker, Palpatine."
They just
Hyphenated her last
Yeah,
name.
right.
They need to move on. They need
From
to
the
move on. They need
Tatooine Skywalker Palpatines.
So who like what is this going to be?
Well, so as of right now, okay, two different things. This past week, Emilia Clarke has come out and said somebody called her out on asking her if she's going to play Kira again. Thank you. And she said, "Oh, me reprise." Like she acted like she knew something was going on. She tried to play it off, but she acted like she
So
knew something was going on.
potentially Solo 2 in the works?
It could be a Solo 2 in the works, but then
Or something with Maul.
what word on the street is because of everything that went down with John Boyega and like not becoming a Jedi and all that stuff, he doesn't want to be a part of Star Wars anymore. But Daisy Ridley is trying to convince him to come back.
Okay.
Oh, are you finding that on our same Reddit feed?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Stone
Well, I'm trying
Monkey
to
needs
do-
a wheel spin
Wait, when did he redeem?
before the show
when you were
started.
going to get a water for
I wasn't here for this
Spin,
Stone Monkey,
spin,
so I
spin,
would have got
spin.
it. Okay.
Holy cow.
Do you want
We
us
can
to
take
do?
Jedi mind trick off of there. If you guys don't like it, we don't need to do it.
We're just not good at it.
All right, we'll
I think it's a lack
respin.
of
Horrible at
effort,
it.
Not a lack of talent, for what it's worth.
What?
It's a fun idea. Just Kara's not very good. I'm just kidding. We'll respin for this one, and we'll figure that out. All right, here we go. What is wrong with this wheel? I need to tighten it down.
Brad messaged me earlier about not liking that
Are
game.
you serious? This is meant to happen. Third time's a
If it
charm.
lands on Jedi mind trick one more time, let's do a giveaway.
All right. Oh my goodness! It was almost Jedi mind trick again.
Is it a
Stone-
White Walker or is it a Hoofo?
No, it's a
It's a
hoofo.
hoofo.
So Stone Monkey, give us a
Okay,
topic.
So Stone Monkey, what do you want our honest, unfiltered opinion?
Hello, Vreedog Knight.
And since Vreedog Knight is here, we might as well do a Pokemon for them.
Everybody who comes in gets their Pokemon.
So do you guys know? Well, this is a tangent. This is okay. We'll read through this and then I'll.
Does that say first Jet Pokemon?
Jet
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Okay.
When it's in a good mood, it'll sing in a beautiful voice, but it's very irritating when it's mad. It was sealed into the computer world after releasing a strong light.
That's funny. Vreedog Knight, can you sing? I asked McCallisto this because he got the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but, you know.
Well, we haven't done Cam's ankle yet.
Oh, yeah. You gonna do Cam's ankle or Cam's uncle?
Prank.
I'm doing Cam's ankle.
Oh, okay. Vreedog Knight says kinda. Rye Cerrone is here, so we can do Rye as well.
Hi, Rye.
So Cam's ankle is the genetic Pokemon.
Oh.
6'12" almost. Those are 6'12". That'd be
Wow.
6'11". Cam's ankle's hard shell can seem very strange. It lurks in the ozone layer, patiently waiting for prey to approach.
Wow, getting that upper
Cam's
atmosphere
ankle. Ooh.
fodder. That's hilarious.
I said
was
Rye
so-
Cerrone is here and Max Payne is here. Hello, Max Payne.
A bunch of people showing up.
Yeah. We're giving everybody their Pokemon.
The transport Pokemon.
Nice.
After being exposed to X-rays from the moon,
Yeah,
fruit
Cam's
turned
ankle.
into Ricerone.
Wait,
It will
what?
bravely face an opponent even larger than itself.
That's amazing.
Fruit turned
That's-
into Rice-A-Roni after being exposed to
So it's like a
X-rays?
bounce sweet type thing, but poison ghost.
That's really funny.
That's really, really funny.
Okay,
Also, we need Max Payne 39.
Max
Yeah.
Payne 39. And then I want to tangent just slightly off, but I want to keep talking about the next 9 movies.
Next 3 movies.
Next 3 movies after 9.
Monkey Pokemon.
That should've been
6'9", 117 pounds.
You are skinny, man.
There have been incidents of Max Payne 39 using mysterious powers to kidnap people of Johto. Be careful if you encounter Max Payne 39 in the meadows. It will attack with its beak.
Oh my gosh.
And inflict
So
max pain.
dangerous.
So dangerous.
Max Payne.
So how many people here remember the clown pranks that swept YouTube for a while?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, the jump scare ones?
Yes.
Yeah, I hated those
So then
things.
there was a whole slew of videos that just became, the pranks were very popular. And 9 times out of 10, these so-called pranks were extremely rude, one-sided. They weren't should have been considered pranks. But I saw one that was applicable to us that was truly wholesome, absolutely incredible. And we should have just done it to everyone here watching, and it would have been really funny. But anyways, this guy set up a wheel in a store and it had humongous giveaways on it, like $30 off, $50 off. And he was like, hey, do you want to try to, like we're going to have this great sale. You just spin the wheel and see your discount. So everybody was like, yeah. Well, what he did was he had a motor on the back of it. So when you would start spinning it, it just never stopped. So like
Funny.
one guy sat there and he's like, man, this is taking a long time. And then he's like going around shopping and he's
You made
checking
him sound
out.
like Kevin from The Office.
And as he's walking out, the guy like flips the motor off and it finally wheels to a stop as he's walking out. He's like, sir, you just won $30. He's like, I'm already done. Give it to somebody else. And he was all frustrated. And then anyways, so you guys, somebody waited so long for the wheel to stop that the batteries went dead. So the guy is like, he's still waiting, he's still waiting. And it just kept going and going and going and going. And like 2 hours later, the battery died and the guy finally waited for it to stop.
What did he win?
$5, $10. I don't know. It was really funny. And I just thought that was like a really
That's
wholesome,
amazing.
fun prank.
That's amazing.
But we have a wheel and it would just been really funny to spin it
Oh, derp.
and just have it keep going
What?
and going and going and going and going.
I think I have to have this thing popped out for that to work. All right, just checking here. Test. Okay.
So Chris is always forever chasing down slight improvements and slight stuff. So I really like the little emote pops. But the new chat is really fun too. The new pin chat looks absolutely stunning. And is it easier for you, Chris?
It's a lot easier. The only problem is I need to have this little popped out window for the chat for some reason for it to work.
Okay.
Which makes it kind of annoying to get in and out of the Google Chrome for what I'm doing. But anyway, so Stargate is our topic for our honest, unfiltered opinions.
Stargate? Oh man. I have not seen a lot of Stargate. Chris, have you seen Stargate?
My sister watched a lot of the series, so I've been exposed to a lot of Stargate. I think that it's interesting. Like, it definitely, at least the production of it, like, so the Stargate movie was pretty good in like the 97 or 94, whatever year that came out. I thought it was pretty good, and then they did a television series based around the concept, and it was kind of like a villain of the week type of thing, where they're like, it felt to me like they just sort of like randomly spin the Stargate and just wander off into some alternate dimension, get in trouble, and then solve it, and then come back. But like, it was entertaining. I didn't have any major beefs with it. It felt like there was sort of like a limiting factor of like they had to go from a Stargate to a Stargate, right? So that wasn't really like super.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, that's the way that, yeah, because like basically like the Stargate, like you like change like the order of the glyphs or something, or I don't know how it worked. But basically, like, you activate your Stargate and it connects to another one that's like a door, and then you go through and you pop out of the other place.
So you know what's really funny? That reminds me of Valheim. It's just you tag the portal and then whatever
Yeah,
portals.
it's a lot like that.
So let me ask you this: who made the Stargates?
Aliens.
Aliens.
It makes me think of the ring from The Expanse.
It's always aliens.
In the movie, they discover the Stargate in one of the Giza pyramids, I believe, in Egypt.
Got it.
I know nothing of it, so
I wish I could talk more about Stargate. I'm sorry, I don't have enough. If you want to pick another thing, I would love to talk for you to make you feel like you got your value out of your wheel spin. However, if Stargate is something you think we should watch, let us know, and I would be willing to check it out. Stargate, for whatever reason, just off the cuff, reminds me of Farscape. What's Farscape?
I don't even know what Farscape is.
I've heard of the Far Side.
I've heard of Far Cry.
Oh my goodness.
I've heard of farts.
It's a game? 1999?
An Australian-American science fiction television series produced for the 9 network.
Darth Gallum says Farscape was good. Never seen Farscape either.
Bryce Roney is taking your geek card away.
You can't do that. Is Kara caught up on her movies? Oh, you are getting called. Excuse me. I hate when I do that. Kara, you're getting called out. She still has not. All she has to do is it just a platform? Is that all you have to do?
And then whatever the one Darth Gallum suggested.
Well, then why didn't you watch Darth Gallum's?
What was it called again? It was some long name.
Is it the one from the 20s? Have you watched that one?
Yeah, that was the duck soup one.
Kara's too busy playing with her new Lord of the Rings magic cards.
I did play Magic last night in bed.
Did you really?
I did, yep.
Did you do the color challenges?
Huh? I was doing the color challenges.
Kara is mortified to play against real people, and I understand why.
I don't want to play against
But why? It's just a game.
Cause Chris, I am very competitive. Very competitive.
I'm also, I guess, like, I was talking to Jeremy about this. I've been playing this game literally for 25 years, which is crazy to think about. I was 11 when I started playing this game.
Ha!
Hey, you got your geek card back.
Wait.
Because of the simple sentence. I played Magic in bed.
Right.
Did you? Did it chew through your battery, or was it all right?
It was fine.
Oh, I think my battery's going dead in my iPad then.
I mean, your iPad's literally constantly plugged in, so the battery's just like, meh. It's kind of giving up on life.
But like, so
That's right, Adventure Buckaroo Banzai. What's it on?
I'm also very, very competitive, but I've played so many games at this point where it's like it's probably one of those things where like the law of averages come out where it's like it's almost probably impossible for me to break like the 50-50 or 50% win thing anymore.
Right.
Oh, it's on Pluto TV for free.
I get more enjoyment out of seeing my deck work appropriately rather not
than you win,
as opposed to winning or losing. So
Hoofo Pokemon.
Oh my goodness. Like so.
Old Pokemon is better than new Pokemon.
Oh my god, that's not, I'm just like Pokemon in general. You have to remember.
I think she's just throwing the topic out. So whatever you want to talk about. So you're saying the old Pokemon's better than new Pokemon?
Well,
Kara?
I like the original. I think the original Pokemon themselves. Like I like the new video games.
All I have to say is I am the product of advertising. This was the game to have on the Game Boy when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Like the Game Boy came out and it was packaged with Tetris. Then when I got one, Pokemon has been around since 1995, so 28 years.
Okay, I do like Dubwell. I really like Dubwell. Dubwell is super cute. He's not.
Kara and I are having a different conversation here.
No. Stone Monkey said Kara's a Gen 1 purist. No, not necessarily. There are certain Pokemon I like. I just like more of the originals than I do some of the weird new ones, like the trash bag Pokemon. I don't remember its name.
Why are you being so mean to Garbodor?
Do you like Garbodor?
I don't mind him.
You know what's funny?
Is he your favorite?
I would bet you if you did a Nuzlocke and you ended up with a Garbodor, you would end up loving that Garbodor.
You're probably not wrong. Okay, well
like if it tragically died in a Nuzlocke, you'd be like, no, not my trash bag.
No, that's the stupid thing. Okay, nobody come at me. I am a large dog person. But if somebody has a small dog and I get to know it, I don't mind it. That's probably the same way a Garbodor would be.
Yeah.
You know?
The more Pokemon generations come out, so like whenever a new generation comes out, I'm always like, nah, that Pokemon's stupid, right?
Right.
But then like 2 gens later, it's like, oh, my old friend, that stupid Pokemon that I actually understand.
Hello,
and know of,
Garbodor, my old friend.
So, but yeah, I feel it's more of like it's like the villain kind of thing, right? So
I don't want to know why Rai has Jinx as his personal Pokemon. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So anyways, hopefully, I just grew up playing it, so it's like always found a way to like interweave itself into my life because they release the games with enough gap between them where it's kind of you're like excited to like refire it up again, and I don't know, it's been really, they're fun.
Hufo is honest, unfiltered opinion.
Do you want us to get mad about something? Who asked about Hufo?
Wait, you like Glammeow and stuff like that?
What's wrong with Glammeow?
It's a cat.
What about Perugly?
A lot of the cat. Okay, this is my honest, unfiltered opinion. Outside of Meowth, a lot of the cat type Pokemon are pretty trash.
Well, I like Long Meowth. He's so funny. Gigantamax Meowth.
Because like so for example, like Glammeow is fine. Like Perugly, burn it in a river.
Burn it in a river? This doesn't even make any sense. It's on fire. You put it in the river, it's gonna go out.
What? A river of gasoline then?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Litten is okay. I don't mind Litten.
I don't understand. Okay, and then Max Payne. No.
Yeah, but like Incineroar, it's like, oh my gosh, someone's just trying to make three depictions here.
Kids love Incineroar. That's all I'm saying.
They do.
Yeah, because they're like,
Hey,
I
Pete.
could grow up to be that someday, and then all of a sudden you got demented people.
No, I'll have kids who love Pokemon be like, oh, who's your favorite? And I've had like 2 or 3 kids be like, I love Incineroar. Like, okay.
I know kids love Incineroar. It's silly. Okay, Max
Wait,
Payne.
who had a wheel spin?
Blastoise, though.
Hufo.
I already told him what Hufo was.
No, he knows what Hufo is. He wants Hufo on Ice Pirates. First of all, you have to get it on the wheel spin. Second of all, I don't even know what to say. What do you mean Ice Pirates?
Yeah.
Is this something we should know about as Ice Pirates?
I don't know anything
Should I
about
Google
Ice Pirates.
Is that something we need to do?
No, I want to talk about Star Wars, so be careful.
I was going to say, you might regret typing this in.
All right, well, let me go like this then. So,
Could take you to the dark web.
there's a film called The Ice Pirates in 1984.
Hey, speaking of which, Kara and I want to go see Indiana Jones. Chris has already seen it. If you want to know what Chris thought, let us know, and we can talk about Chris's movie review of the new Indiana Jones movies. Max Payne says, you don't know Ice Pirates is very campy, old, hilarious sci-fi. Never seen it. You saw Indiana Jones last night or Ice Pirates, the way that was written?
I'm assuming Indiana Jones, because if you saw Ice Pirates last night, how random for it to get brought up tonight.
Stone Monkey says, you and I need to watch Stargate first. Okay, I do want to talk about this. The new season of Black Mirror is phenomenal.
Holy cow. So
It is phenomenal.
the main character in the first episode of Black Mirror, I saw her and I was like, I know who that is. I just cannot place her for the life of me. And then I looked her up, and it's Alexis from Schitt's Creek.
Kara's favorite show.
I love that show so much. I need to do a rewatch of it. It's so good. I couldn't place her, and it killed me. And then once I saw her, once I saw who it was, I was like, Annie Murphy. I was like, yeah, okay. Can't unsee it now. Like, that is 100% Alexis.
So if you guys have never watched Black Mirror, it's like a weird dystopian future of how technology ruins humanity at its core. And each one takes a different take on how it would destroy you. And some of the...
you must not have seen that on our same Reddit feed. The creators are like, we don't want to be known as the technology is bad show. Like, they get apparently frustrated when people describe it that way, but it's like kind of hard to not describe it that way with all the episodes that they've done.
Oh man! Well, they literally did one where like the girl gets sucked into the AI. They did the only positive one.
The one with Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
Where like you literally get likes, and that determines where you are in social standings and stuff like that.
It's social credit. It's literally what's happening overseas, China.
It's crazy.
Hardison from Leverage is on an episode of. He is of. Do you watch Black Mirror, Cam's Ankle? Or of Schitt's Creek. Is he on Schitt's Creek? We need another podcast without a paddle, an episode by episode watch through of Schitt's Creek. I've never seen Schitt's Creek.
He catches little bits here and there, and literally when we were watching Black Mirror, Jeremy was like, I need to finally sit down and actually watch it.
That's because Anne Murphy was a little easy on the eyes.
Excuse you!
What?
I mean, I do like watching. Witcher is out now. Witcher season 3. I'm only watching it for Henry Cavill.
I have heard it's hot.
I have too. I've heard.
Trash.
So somebody posted a screenshot of the Redanian army's armor, And somebody's like, oh, that's nice LARPing armor. And they're like, no, that's literally a screenshot from the show.
Oh, man. Somebody said alls we wanted is it to not suck. And it was like they couldn't even make it not suck. Somebody rated it worse than just not suck.
Did you see, was it IGN, I think, did a review on it, and they were like, oh, they're staying so close to the source material, and everybody's like, what? On Reddit, and I guess IGN or whatever had, maybe it's not IGN, I don't know, one of the blogs, whatever. Anyway, they have like some sort of deal with Netflix or whatever to do I don't know, reviews on it and stuff. And so they're like, you can't trust them. You can't trust them.
There is a megalodon of chat to catch up on. Bad technology is bad, but good technology is good. RJ says he loves Black Mirror. Black Mirror saw him in a clip, okay?
I don't know if you noticed that I got completely disconnected.
Did you really? I was wondering why it was quiet for a minute. Rye says it contains...
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
We were still kind of talking about Black Mirror, and then just somebody said they want to watch it, have an episode by episode watch through of Schitt's Creek on the stream.
And Jeremy wants to watch it because Annie Murphy's hot. And then I said the only reason I watch Witcher is because Henry Cavill's hot.
There's implications about IP usage by doing an episode by episode watch thing. Like, all you'd be able to do is see Jeremy's face. Otherwise, you're just giving away whatever the thing is, you know? It's like you'd be violating copyright protection for the thing, so...
The Orville did an episode like that where upvotes or downvotes sent you to jail to determine your guilt or innocence. Yeah, there's a whole episode on Black Mirror about it with Bryce Dallas. It's Ron Howard's daughter, who also directed an episode of Mandalorian each season. Yeah,
he directed Solo.
Yes, he did. He came in and directed Solo.
Yeah. Like, when they were halfway through, he came in, directed it, wiped everything that was done previous.
Bryce
That's why the
Howard
budget of that was ridiculous.
Also in Jurassic Park.
Yes. Jurassic World.
In the new ones, Jurassic World. Let's see. Pete Savis, that was a good episode. And a drop by Cam's ankle. So, okay. Back to Star Wars. Okay. Daisy Ridley, for sure going to be in 3 new movies. Trying to get John Boyega on board. What on earth?
Oscar Isaac.
They didn't say. What on earth are they even going to go? What direction, Kara, do you think they're going to go?
I think they're going to try to they're trying to redeem the movies.
So we have no more First Order, is that correct?
I mean, I'm assuming.
Chris, I mean, do you think, so the First Order's gone. She's probably got to build a Jedi school. What do you think they're going to angle? Are they going to come in with more Sith, maybe? Force villain? I don't know.
Honestly, at this point, like unless you're doing like a smaller like side story thing, because like I don't think they explicitly said this is going to be called episodes 9 to 10 and 12.
So it could just be a story like Solo.
And that's kind of what
Rogue
I was thinking.
One. Which is going to be weird because
you don't think they would do like an in-between thing, do you? Where it'd be like...
They could. Honestly, what I would prefer, like, how many, actually, I'm going to look this up real quick, like, what the critical reception scores are for the movies on IMDb.
Yes, Darth Callum.
7, 8, and 9.
We are talking about Star Wars. What do you think? Where could they go with a new Daisy Ridley?
I think they should just start over. I honestly do. That
would be amazing.
The films, like there's the I know the Force Awakens actually was like decent.
Force Awakens was decent.
Force Awakens has a 7.8, right? I think like they could keep Force Awakens if they wanted to.
Yeah, the Force Awakens was fine. I just hate that they brought in a different director who clearly went off on a different direction than what was it, J.J. Abrams decided to do. Rian Johnson came and was like, nope, we're going to take it this way. Then J.J. Abrams comes back and is like, and we're going to force it back to the path I wanted it on. It was just so disconnected and clunky, you know?
Episode 8 was a 6.9.
It's still not horrible.
I agree completely. And Rise of Skywalker was a 6.5.
Whoa. How sad is that? I truly don't mind The Last Jedi. Like, it's grown on me a little bit more, like as you've stepped away from it. The problem is
it was so like the fast paced in the beginning because you could tell J.J. Abrams was trying to bring it back to what he wanted it to be.
Oh, you mean talking about 9? I'm talking about the mid one, 8. The last. Oh, that's not The Last Jedi.
That is a lot.
What's the middle one?
The Last Jedi and then The Rise of Skywalker
Rise
is
of
9.
Skywalker.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, so it's not. It's The Last Jedi. I don't.
Do you like Canto Bite now?
No, that's just my beef with it. The whole, who was the guy who played the trickster and the metal coin and he'd like bite it? Not Hugo Weaving,
Benicio
but
del Toro.
yes.
Yeah.
That whole line could have been chopped out of there. Get rid of Canto Bite. Just
Literally, if they
ridiculous.
just started the movie on, was it whatever the salt planet's called?
That would be
Right.
sweet. But do you know what? How much crap they would have been given about it just being Hoth 2.0. But I agree with you. It would have been a rock star movie.
Yeah.
Luke comes to save the day and then he dies and you've still got an hour left of movie with him being dead. How cool would that be?
Just Force Ghost just destroying Kylo Ren.
You don't have space gas because I know that was Chris's biggest issue.
Space gas is the dumbest, especially since like everybody apparently could just be like, oh, I'm gonna warp away from here and go to Canto Bite.
I can warp away from here and come back and still be in the conflict.
We didn't need
Why did
Vegas.
they go and get space gas?
Yeah, and just carry it on their
Get your
ship.
space gas can and go get some space gas and then light speed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it drove me nuts that they left. That was just so silly to me.
Yep.
So yeah, it's anyway. If they like,
So the options are
I honestly don't know what they would do either. But
it has to focus on the Jedi Temple, I'm assuming. Like Rey starting a Jedi Temple.
Oh, Max Payne got some ads.
Oh, I'm sorry, Max Payne. But anyway, so I'm just assuming it's gonna have to be.
Filler. Like,
I don't know. They could tell a good story. You wouldn't know where it would go. Ewan McGregor should direct a few. Does he direct at all? Has he ever directed? He's
you
not
know
a director,
who
is
should
he?
direct? Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau.
People are getting mad at them too
Why?
because they say they do too much fan service.
Isn't that what we freaking want?
Who directed Empire Strikes Back?
Sup, Cam? How's it going?
Irvin Kershner,
Is he still alive?
no.
Really?
He was-
You
he was
said that
George
like I
Lucas-
should
he was
know.
George Lucas's film school professor.
What? George Lucas's film school director directed his Empire Strikes
That's
Back?
amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, how old was he? You looked at me like I'm the biggest caveman on the universe. I didn't know he was dead.
Well, because he was like a billion when he directed it.
Well, he should have directed 9 and 7 and 8.
Irvin Kersh.
Could he have pulled something off there?
Did you see Stone Monkey's comment? Ray and Finn's excellent adventure.
Oh my god.
He was born in 1923.
Are you well, he's a little too old to direct a movie in 2023.
Yeah,
It would have been his 100th birthday this year.
Oh. So he died when he was 90, 87? It's a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Ford's like 87. How old's Harrison Ford now?
He's 80, I think.
Jeez. He's wonderful in Shrinking.
Did you know he does not want to retire from acting because he still feels like
Acting.
it gives him purpose?
Aw.
Yeah, he's 80. All right, so I want to talk. I'm not going to talk about the movie, but I want to talk about Indiana Jones a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
It's puppeteer directed movie.
I went and I saw the movie. Just for reference, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull has a 6.2 on IMDb.
Was a new and a half so far.
A 7 the last time I checked.
Okay.
I'll check again just in case it changed because it has been.
Indiana Jones is practically
It's
Star
down
Wars.
to a 6.9.
No!
Okay.
Anyway, so I like reading like the 10-star reviews and the 1-star reviews because it's not a 10-star or a 1-star movie,
Right.
right? And so like the 10-star reviews are all just like it tells you more about the type of person that wrote the review than about the movie itself.
So
the 10-star
true.
ones are all just like Indiana Jones apologists. And then the 1-star review are all people that's like nothing made since 1990 is any good, essentially, right? And it's like they're just hilarious to read through, but there's a Dada's gonna connect. Oh, like talking about like fan services, like isn't that what we want and blah 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 blah, right? What are the 1-star reviews? So here's the problem with big franchises like this, and the reason why quote unquote nobody likes them is because fans, depending on like this is all point of view dependent, right? But like
While you're
fans will
talking.
make up what they want to happen
Put in chat if you're interested in seeing Indiana Jones. I just want to just judge people's love. Because in my mind, if you like Star Wars, you like Indiana Jones. So let us know in chat while Chris is filling us in.
I mean, that's an interesting thing to say. Like, really?
What?
If you like Star Wars, you like Indiana Jones?
I haven't met a person who's liked one and not the other.
But so a lot of the 1-star reviews are talking about it's like, I deserved better. I think that there's so many better ideas where they could have gone with this. Well, I, right?
Yep.
So like, and people think they are like owed something by people that make these movies. And that's really not how this works, in my opinion. In my opinion, like if fans can want something, but if they don't get it, they shouldn't be like, oh, I didn't get what I wanted, so this sucks. No. They should be like, I didn't get what I wanted, but what did you actually get, right? And that's the merits by which the film should be judged. That's how the originals were judged. They got judged by what you got, not what you thought you deserved.
Chris, I can picture you right now making a YouTube video about this. And when you're talking about these 1-star reviews, I just picture you just taking a clip from The Force Awakens where Harrison Ford goes, that's not how any of this works. That's not
how the Force works.
I just picture you using that.
And that's part of a larger discussion in media theory, necessarily about like ownership and like who decides what and blah 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 blah. Like once the movie is made, is it up to the director to be able to like say what is or isn't the way that the story goes? Or is that the audience interpretation or whatever? Right? There's like all these different like avenues, but I think that like you have to judge it based on what it is, right? Not what you wanted it to be.
Right.
Right, because like everyone's imagined, like that's why there's like that classic horror trope where you don't show the monster because the monster you don't see is always scarier than any monster that you see.
And that's when Kylo Ren lost his scariness once he took his freaking helmet off.
I like how you bring that up.
What? It's true. Kylo Ren was sick and
Your
scary.
Imagination is gonna make them more intimidating than Adam Driver is not a scary looking guy.
No. Period. End of story. So when he, I don't know. I thought he was a BA scary character for the first 2 minutes of the movie. Then he takes off his helmet.
He was like, I think Daniel Craig walked by. I better take off my helmet.
I don't want to even go down this road, but it was the same reason why, like, Master Chief as a character, when he's never removed his helmet, you can picture yourself as the hero, right? Mm-hmm. When you see him, then you can't see that anymore.
Right.
Oh, right. Stone Monkey had a good comment, something along the line. Oh, yeah, Star Wars and Indiana Jones takes place in the same universe. There's hieroglyphics in Indiana Jones.
3PO and R2-D2.
Yeah, if you want to draw that connection, feel free.
And then Rice-A-Roni. It was an enjoyable Indiana Jones movie. It hit almost all the Indiana Jones bullet points. It was the best anti-aging CGI. I don't think it was a big screen must-see, but it will be in my DVD collection.
Well, cool.
So here's what I'll say. This is where, like, another one of those divides between the 1-star and 10-star reviews, where the 1-star reviews were like, the anti-aging CGI was terrible. They might as well just use rubber masks or whatever. They were totally dumping on that, right?
Of course.
And I'll say there was one shot in the entire time that you see him de-aged where I was like, oh, that's CG. The rest of it looked fantastic.
That's awesome.
It looked incredible.
Yeah.
So, and like, but then on the other side, like the 10 out of 10 one, the people were like, would be like, it's like, oh, the whole movie should have been that, and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
I would say, like, I don't think it's, I don't know, maybe it is a spoiler. I'll not say it.
So Pete says, oh, please, we don't deserve anything. Fans just need to, shut up. And Darth Gallum.
No, I agree, right? Like, so here's the thing. You can watch a movie and not enjoy it and then just say that you don't enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
It's the going on, like, it's the going on being like, they could have done this, they could have done that, or they should have done this or whatever. It's like, if you know so much, will you make a movie?
I know, seriously.
Darth Gollum says, better question, what do you think of the young Indiana Jones Chronicles? So here's the deal. I would love, I've read books. Is there a young Indiana Jones shows? Because I would love new young Indiana Jones with Alan Eidrich, the guy who played him in Solo. I would take new young Indiana Jones stories with him. What'd you think of the young Indiana Jones, Chris?
The young Indiana Jones Chronicles or the de-aged Indiana Jones?
The Chronicles, I'm assuming.
I saw it when I was a kid. I liked it when I was a kid. I thought it was awesome. But
did you ever read any of the books?
Some of them, not a ton of them.
The books were really good too. Pete says exactly. Stone Monkey says Star Wars and Indy also have crossover in the comics.
I mean, now the guy who played Solo, who do you think looks more like young Indiana, him or Jamie Costa, who I ran into at Star Wars convention?
I know
Star Wars
exactly what you're
Celebration.
talking about, but I don't know. Alan, from seeing him in Solo, Alan can at least pull off the thing. I know you showed me. You just want Jamie Costa to be in something.
I think he looks a heck of a lot like young Han Solo.
Pete says, regarding reviews, you know what they say about opinions, right? Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one. And everyone's but yours stinks. I have heard that so many times. I've heard it's like belly buttons and everyone has one and it just ends there. I've heard it like buttholes and everyone has one, but they stink. So I just assuming everybody stinks, but I've never heard everybody but yours stinks. That's a new one on me.
That's what everybody thinks. It makes sense.
Oh, you do? Really?
Okay.
Oh, Karen, I also fire that up and whip it for a watch.
Is that something Chip can watch with us? I'm assuming so, but...
I'm assuming so, too.
It's probably like TV 14. Like there's like mild adventure and peril and stuff
that's
like
fine.
That, you know?
Chip watches Lord of the Rings with us.
You know what they say? Okay, let's see. Loved Indiana Jones Chronicles, says.
Wait, who?
Indiana Johns.
Ryan, why do you always do the IMDb show?
Because he loves it. Bryan Cranston, less.
We've
Yeah.
done Bryan Cranston before too. but-
Have we?
Samesies then. I'm going to say samesies.
Ha!
So for those of you who do not know, the IMDb game works as such. When you redeem it, you suggest an actor or actress, and it is our job to determine whether or not they have appeared in more films or fewer films than screen legend Sean Connery. This is according to IMDb
Cam says
listed
less. I
acting
said less
credits.
first,
I have nothing to do with any of the numbers on here other than looking them up.
You know what's funny? Even if we've done them before, the answer could have changed.
That's true.
I'm going to go with fewer.
All right, Cam says fewer. Cam's ankle says fewer. Stream Protocol Droid says, I hope you're enjoying it.
Ha!
Yeah, it was during the Xena Hercules era of television. It was a Saturday morning kids show, basically. Ryan thinks that Bryan Cranston's been in more things than Sean Connery.
I said.
You guys are both saying that he's been in less.
Well, that was my first guess, but I wanted to be same to be edgy. Brad, who
Are you just trying to be Brad?
Well, no, but I'm saying I always want to know where Brad got that emote.
Which one?
The little happy petting guy.
Oh.
He just got a good drop, too. Darth Callum says fewer. All right, Chris, reveal the answer.
All right, Bryan Cranston has appeared in more films
No
than
way!
Sean Connery.
So not the same.
Okay.
Not the same.
Darn it.
Poor Jeremy.
Look at all those stupid pizza heads flying around. That's ridiculous.
That's hilarious.
He must have played more small parts. Game over. Have you seen the new Transformers movies? I have only seen the 3 Transformer movies that have came out with Shia LaBeouf in them, and then I have not seen any since then.
So, speaking of the Transformers movies, I got my hair done today, and my stylist... What?
Sorry, that's the noise. That's the noise the Transformers make when they transform into something else. Like you got your hair done and it was just a transformer.
Right. So her son has just started working at the local theater, and right now it's small, and right now, or when they opened, they were only showing 2 movies just recently, and it was Transformers and the new Spider-Man. So this little old lady comes walking in, and she looks at my coworker's, or not my coworker, my hairstylist's kid, and she's like, which one of these movies do you think I'd like more?
Ha!
And he's like,
I want to know. Okay, hold on. I want to know what the audience thinks. Little old lady, she comes to you for a movie recommendation. Are you sending her into Spider-Man,
the new cartoon Spider-Man,
the animated Spider-Man, or Transformers?
So he's like, well, Transformers is about aliens fighting robots, and then Spider-Man is Spider-Man. And so she goes into Spider-Man. 10 minutes into the movie, she comes storming out of the theater, and she's like, it's a cartoon! Did you actually think I would like a cartoon?
Bummer.
Yeah, and so he was talking to his mom, and she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, the public can be a bunch of jerks, you know, I'm really sorry. And he's like, I'm not even mad about that. He was like, I am more mad that she didn't even give it a try just because it was a cartoon.
Yeah, but that doesn't even surprise me.
I know, just little lady. I mean, what would she have done if he sent her into Transformers?
On the daily, people post on Reddit how much they love the Clone Wars, and that the only reason they never watched it is because it was animated, and they just feel like they can't like animated
And
stuff.
I tell my patients that, like, they'll say they've watched all of Star Wars. They love Star Wars. And I'm like, have you watched
Brad.
Clone Wars?
Would you just go project it yourself and like risk giant FAA fines to?
Well, the FAA,
probably what she wanted.
the Federal Aviation Administration.
Well, they're gonna fly in and stop the show for him illegally airing 50 Shades of Grades for the elderly.
50 Shades of Grades.
Just gets them going, you know? But no, that's like I asked my patients, like, have you seen Clone Wars? And they're like, no, I haven't. I'm like, you should. I was like, it's cartoon, but give it a chance. And like, get into it, watch it. It is very good.
The world
Don't
has a
judge it.
stigma against animated shows.
They do. Like,
But even then, I'm just picturing something really mean, like the old lady. She's gonna watch it, and if it was the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, she's probably gonna relate with Aunt May. And Aunt May was the best character in Spider-Man.
she would hate the new ones just because Aunt May's so young.
I know. Robert Downey Jr. likes the new Spider-Man, Aunt May. I'm just kidding.
I mean, do you?
All right, let's get caught up on chat.
Did you see how we ignored that question?
I'm not saying anything.
You do like
Stone
the
Monkey
new
says he
Aunt
watches
May.
a lot of animated stuff. For the reaction, I totally would have. CGI card is basically
Right,
cartoon.
a lot of those old ladies would probably love that. I've never seen it.
Rye is going to
So,
host a
it's-
50 Shades of Grey night at the nursing home.
It seems like it's like. Do you not read them when I put them up on the big screen like this, so it's easier to read?
I can't read them down there, so I read them up there.
I have these tuned to less. I'm just kidding. Like less than 20, 10, 20. No, I don't know. I'm just a trog.
You're not.
I didn't even know they made it.
Half the reason I do this is so it's easy for you guys to see them. So it's like I can do. Other
I
things if you're not
appreciate
gonna
that.
read them.
I read them there because that's where I can read them.
So I didn't know they made an animated Star Trek.
I didn't either.
So it looks like the vast majority of people would have sent the old lady to Transformers. I would have just
Really?
sent her home.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it would have been like,
Chris.
superheroes or
Are you just, Chris, are you just pulling a Gandalf? You shall not theater.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, seriously though, what are you gonna tell? a
I
little
think it's
lady?
adorable, little old lady. Good for her going out and trying
Well, so-
something.
But then she
When I went
rips
to-
on a poor kid for telling her what she.
Here's the deal. This story could also went the other way, where she came out and she said she just loved the movie so
But
much.
it didn't.
But it
the
could've.
poor kid, I think it was his first day at work, just
That's
This
a great
sucks.
first day story. He will never forget that interaction.
No, 100%. You always remember the bad ones.
Yeah, he will never. What do you mean, Karen Jeremy knows so know a little about nerdy stuff? All right, Stone Monkey, name all of the rings in Lord of the Rings. Go.
There's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and whatever. So there's like 9 plus 1 plus 7 plus 3. So there's that number there. That's their names.
So
We didn't say we were nerds about like all encompassing nerdy things. We start out specifically Star Wars. I like Lord of the Rings, and then video games.
I like Darth Gallum said, of course, Subsector would know about Star Trek cartoons. There's some little chat fun going on there.
I did watch Next Gen and the 2 movies that came in with Next Gen, and then I did watch the original series of Star Trek.
I want to know who here like watches or pays attention to the Star Wars comics. Were you guys getting the time to go through all the comic material? Because there is
so
a
much.
lot.
Holy cow!
I pick up a Star
So
Wars
much.
comic every now and then. I just get one, and so I picked up one about Maul, and it was phenomenal. It was about when Maul was.
But the one you got about Maul had like 3 in it, wasn't it?
It might have, yeah, it might have been a caught up one. Way to go! I can do that. Oh my gosh, Karen, I just did it at the same time. That's ridiculous.
All your Star Wars cred is gone.
You can like both. Oh my goodness. So Chris, I follow Photoshop requests on Reddit, and so many people in there like, oh, can you remove my ex from your photo? There was one, and it was a boyfriend girlfriend, and they were at Comic-Con, and he went as a red shirt and she went as a gold shirt. And then they broke up, and she's like, "Can you get rid of my boyfriend, please, from the photo?" But it was like everybody was talking about killing off the red shirt, from it was really funny. I just absolutely loved it. So Rice wrote my.
Do you remember at 2019?
Dulucan?
No, 2019 Star Wars Celebration. Wasn't there a couple of red shirts that came in with like lightsabers glued to make it look like they'd been killed?
There was, yeah, that was pretty good.
That was amazing. My best friend and her husband cosplay as red shirts. I think she's tried to cosplay as a Hura. No, Hura wears red, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. She doesn't die.
Yet.
I mean, technically she did die, but not as a Hura.
I'm really digging that old lady. She's going in there just like what? I mean, what else is he? What else is even gonna come out? Right? Like, so is this premiere we're talking about?
Yeah.
So they only had 2 screens going because now they have Indiana Jones on 6 screens right now. I'm not even kidding.
This was right away when they opened in the morning, so they only had 2 just going at that time.
So it was a matinee. It's not like they reopened.
Right. No, it was just like.
Oh, I thought you meant like new movie theater in town.
No, like he just got his job there.
Got it. And so it's first shift, first morning.
I think so, or like first week working, something like that. Yeah. Poor kid.
Man.
But
I like
there's
Rye's
a million
comments.
worse jobs than working at a movie theater. I don't feel bad for him at all.
Movie theaters are awesome. He's going to have so many other good
Stone
stories.
Monkey, I love your... So Rye said, if a red shirt is shot by a stormtrooper, do they still die? And then Stone Monkey replied, they miss, but the red shirt still dies.
It's like soccer.
So I've been trying to tell this story.
Okay.
Sorry.
So when I went to see Indiana Jones, literally the parking lot was empty except for these 2 cars that were facing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like driver's window to driver's window, and it's like, oh, this looks like it's some sort of not like this. They're like this.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right, so driver's window to driver's window.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, some sort of drug deal happened in the movie theater or whatever, right? And then like I park, and then they like loop around, and they park like right next to me. And I was like, oh, weird. And then like this old lady gets out, and I was like, oh, it's an old lady. And then an even older lady gets out of the other.
So they met up to go watch Indiana Jones?
Cute.
Yeah, so like I got the door from and everything. Yeah, and they went to see Indiana Jones, and
cute.
Which was like, and I'm not kidding.
Do you
like,
want to
one
know?
was probably in her 60s, and one was probably in her like.
Whoa!
Do you want to know why they went?
I hope
Harrison frickin' Ford, man.
I hope
Only
your
reason.
definition of old lady is older than 60. Old lady starts at 80 plus for me.
Nope.
If she doesn't look like the old lady from the Titanic, she ain't an old lady.
I mean,
that's like 1,000, Jeremy.
That is an old woman
man
to
and
me.
old lady both start at the age where you're like a year away from retirement.
Is the man in Up even an old man? Because to me, he's not even an old man. He's just a man.
It says the oldest man sitting on set right now.
Yeah, right.
So Cam, I had friends who worked in the theater, and they would occasionally ask me to come and watch movies pre-release with them, like when the staff could watch it before it was actually released. It was fun. And Subsector, you'll appreciate this. So I'm a hygienist, and I had to go through a bunch of like anatomy classes and stuff like that, and so we had to buy these anatomy kits, right? And one was like a skeleton about this size, and I nicknamed him Leonard Bones McCoy.
Kara,
Thought you'd appreciate that.
I want to do. Chris, can you pull up a Google search and just look up what is old? Like, what age is old start at? When are you old? I am just curious.
In my opinion, old is how old you act.
No.
Yes, because I have some like 50-year-olds who act like they're 90, and I have a dude who's 80, and he's still working, and he looks like he's not out of his 60s. You know,
when is
so
someone
it's just like.
old? If that doesn't work, elderly. I was gonna say, okay, at what point is someone considered? I mean,
65
elderly?
is when we change it in our thing from. Like,
are you serious?
Is it 65?
No. At age 60? 60 isn't old, though. I've had 60-year-olds turn 60, and they're like, my life is just getting started.
But Pete, like, 55 doesn't seem old to me.
55 does not even seem remotely old.
He said your age plus 20 is old to you. But I don't consider 55. So wouldn't you say 49? 49? 49? Yep.
49's not old to Kara.
The United Nations considers anybody older 60 or older to be old.
Interesting. Yeah, no, 65 is when you go from like in our dental charts like normal to not geriatric.
Elderly?
No. What's the other?
Geriatric synonym? You didn't punch that in, Chris?
It's just...
What's that? Geriatric is like 80, I think.
My dad always said old is when your body does stuff, can't do things that your brain says that you can. That happens to me
Well, that's me now.
I was going to say, that's me now. And then, so I went camping with David C. Sam Fisher last night. We were on a little island, and David was really sad because he didn't have his daily dose of, he normally has to take naproxen for his back as like a pain reliever. So I told him, I'm like, hey, I happen to have some ibuprofen in my bag. And he goes, you're a lifesaver. And I just can't even imagine having that conversation even 10 years ago. Like, you just need, like, you gotta take your morning coffee in one hand and your pain relievers in the other. I just can't.
And your Metamucil and...
That's coming.
Kidding.
That's coming. I probably don't have enough.
Geriatric just means old people.
Gosh,
Specifically
I can't remember.
healthcare for old people.
I can't remember what the term is we use in the dental charts for 65 and older.
Dust.
Like,
Dust.
isn't 65 when you go on you can go on AARP?
Hey, Subsector agrees with you.
What?
She says old is a frame of mind.
It is. It truly is. Like, working in the dental field, I see so many people, and it's like, I see them all over the board. You know, it's just like
Brad said you guys are roasting me. You don't even know it. Brad, as long as you're not 20 years older than me, I ain't roasting you. You can join AARP.
You just need to be older than 50.
Really?
That's old to the AARP.
I mean, I've been getting AARP crap since I was 18, so somebody pulled a mean trick on me.
Oh my goodness, Subsector. I was just about to ask, does anybody here have AARP? Oh man, Cam's ankle says 55 gets senior discounts. That's a Perkins thing, right? Like, I was always remembered
I think
by
McDonald's does senior coffee.
There's
Is it
like,
at 55?
when I worked at Wendy's, there was a senior discount at 60, I think it was. Or no, maybe it was
anybody
55.
who asked. If someone's like, "Could I get a senior discount?" I was like, "Yep." If you're
I
willing to say
love
that
you.
you're 70,000 years old.
Yeah, you're not gatekeeping McDonald's profits through age gatekeeping.
Ryan said, if you're considered, you're gonna get that old age discount at 55.
Should you be eating Pizza Hut when you're like?
You're gonna gatekeep pizza from old people.
Jeremy, I get heartburn now. I get it now when I eat pizza. I shouldn't eat pizza. Look at the. You can see, you guys, a little belly. I don't need
Jeremy,
pizza.
you're slouching.
Well, man.
And don't you, like, I live off of omeprazole. Holy cow.
Should I start taking omeprazole?
You probably should.
Do you know what sticks out to me when I think about pizza dance? Nice try, Deep Laker. Do you guys remember that when your favorite foods fight back?
I think Jeremy has insulted enough people over the age of 50 that he should do the pizza dance.
Nobody over 50 wants to watch the pizza dance.
But I think they all do.
Anyways, when your favorite foods fight back, and the ad was the guy was trying to go eat a piece of pizza, and it's like slapping him in the face like a fish. I just love
Can you imagine just grease? Ugh. See, Pete says pizza dance.
No pizza day. This isn't a republic. This isn't the banana republic here. You guys just can't vote for whatever. We already talked about that. I was like, oh, speaking of which, yeah, bad luck bananas. Can't take them on a boat. Can't take them anywhere.
You're so funny. Jeremy, you just, I can't believe you're insulting.
So would you have recommended Transformers to the old lady?
I would have told her you're not going to like either one of these. Do you want, yeah. But I mean, at the same time, like, I don't know.
What, I mean...
Like, I just can't see an older person appreciating aliens and robots, you know? Like...
I don't know. Here's the deal.
Pete Savis hates the pizza dance.
Pete! How dare you? We all love it.
I'm legitimately curious now. We're gonna do a poll.
No double voting
yeah, I was
or
gonna
buying
say, Chris,
votes.
get rid of the double vote
I
thing.
turned that off already.
Okay. I like the pizza dance. I think it's hilarious because Jeremy hates it.
Did my camera stop working?
Only for a second.
Yeah, it glitched out.
Pete, do me a favor.
Oh, I keep on clicking on the stupid wrong internet browsers. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
Pete wins Fan of the Year award. Hey, Triclaw.
I was actually
commenting,
talking about you earlier. I don't know how long you've been here, but I was just saying that you've got some sweet Lord of the Rings knowledge, man. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh, he says. Oh.
What?
Technical difficulties. We lose sound, or is the IMDb sound still playing? Just came over from where?
Shouldn't be. I was just asking if my camera went out. I think Brad's just for any reason.
Rye hasn't seen Jeremy Pizza Dance.
Baloney. Rye is so full of lies.
Rye says, I haven't experienced. I have
Rye
yet to experience
sits on a throne of lies. The last time we tried to do...
Does Rye smell like beef and cheese too, Jeremy?
Yes. The last time we did the pizza dance, it shut down the stream. You know how embarrassing it is to be just driving to pizza and the stream cuts out and the power goes out?
That's really funny. Wait, but Julio Plato hasn't seen it either.
Oh my goodness. The what?
That one I can believe.
Well, okay. Who has ranch on their pizza? We just talked about this tonight. I love ranch on pizza.
I think ranch on pizza is a very Midwest thing.
No, it is not.
I'm pretty sure it is. Ranch is a very Midwest thing. Like, we are obsessed with ranch here.
No, it is not. Paul Newman is the most Californian person I know, and he has his own line of ranch.
He's got a line of
but
dressings.
It wasn't ranch expressly for pizza.
Well, but Kara just said ranch in general is a Midwest thing.
Like, as far as the obsession with it.
No. Everyone in this chat loves ranch. Who here doesn't like ranch?
After this one,
no more votes. They can
ranch.
just talk about it. Yeah, allegedly, yeah. I unplugged it from Pizza Dance Telephobia.
Oh, Lord.
I know Yes, I know Paul Newman. He was the voice of the old man in the Cars movie. He was the Hudson Hornet. Paul Newman was the Hudson Hornet.
Mm-hmm.
Darth Gallum doesn't like ranch, and he's from Minnesota.
Darth Gallum.
Kara. Out of that whole thing, you could have talked about the popularity of ranch in California, and you just pull out the fact you're surprised I know who Paul Newman was? He was a race car driver, huge into the racing. I'm going to know anything that has to do with race cars.
We actually have something to tell you after the stream about Paul Newman. It's kind of funny.
Well, he was in the Great Escape. He was a legitimate actor.
Right.
Yeah. So the best ranch you can get around here, in my opinion, is from Pizza Luce.
If it lands on this, that's instant giveaway. Spinner's choice.
Ooh.
You're the spinner there, Jeremy.
No, Gus did it. Gus did a wheel spin.
Oh, did he?
He is the choice. Cam, please don't pick
ranch. I do.
Pizza Dance.
I think my favorite house style is either Craftsman or a farmhouse.
Mansion.
Farmhouse or Craftsman.
Chris, now you have to go and do the R&D and make a brand new ranch, and you have to sell it as Mansion Ranch.
Cam thinks you should do the pizza dance for Rye.
No, this mansion dressing, not ranch dressing.
No, Gus. Okay, when you want to sell someone a car, you listen to the words that are coming out of the mouth. They'll tell you how to sell them a car. Pete does not want the pizza dance. He wants it to die.
Well, then Pete should go vote, because literally nobody has voted no for the pizza dance going away.
Pete, you didn't even vote in your own election? Pete, you can vote for yourself. A vote for no is a vote for...
No, the question is...
Should the pizza dance go away? And there's been one vote for yes. Everybody else said no because everybody likes it.
Come on, people.
See, that reaction right there is why I like the pizza dance and thinks it's friggin' hilarious.
Pete's, wait, are we going to run out of time? We're going to run out of time. There's no time for the pizza
Pete said he did vote. Pete, did you vote that we should keep it?
No, he said yes, because there was one vote for yes.
Oh.
That was a vote for yes.
DMAT, go and vote no in this little poll. Welcome in, by
I
the way.
don't know if you're allowed to campaign for what stays in and what goes away.
We need to do D-Mat's Pokemon.
I was just getting that pulled up.
Cool.
So wait, DMAT wants to start a ranch company called Single Story with no level transitions?
No, that's what the definition of a ranch style house.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. So wait, it's ranchception?
It's just like,
Ranch style ranch?
yeah, it's just like a house, no levels.
Was that why it's called ranch?
Well, it's typically, I think that's typically what they would have on a ranch, right? I don't know.
Ranch dressing on a ranch house?
How is the wording of the poll misleading?
I don't think it is.
Wait, Stone Monkey also wants it to...
I don't think so. Should the pizza dance go away? How is that misleading?
Can I have 4 votes?
No.
I didn't even vote for what it's worth. An ad break just started.
So should we wait to read DMAT's Pokemon?
Yeah, we'll wait to do that. until
Toss the
ad's
pizza,
over.
toss the pizza, put on the sauce, add the cheese, put it in the oven. Done. There's the pizza dance.
That was not the pizza
did it.
dance. That was
the
not-
worst version of it I've ever seen.
That
I agree.
was the pizza dance.
That was not, because
It made Pete happy.
Chris
It made Pete.
has music that's called Bish Please.
Oh my goodness. Bantha Poodoo.
That's literally the name of this song.
I know it is, but I'm just saying. Oh my
Yeah, there it
gosh. You put that away. Bish, please put that away. I know the song. That's going to be triggered. That is just going to cause
so
me to
funny.
just have nightmares.
It is Bish Please, right? Oh, Lord.
Wait, who did that? Are we getting rated?
No, I think that is.
No, Brian redeemed Red Alert. Did you not turn on the XLR stuff?
No, we did.
plugged
It's turned on.
everything in.
And even the smoke machine was on. They've been blinking.
Apparently isn't.
That's a bummer. Well, they're on. I'm just wondering if you're having that stupid connection issue again.
Yeah, no, like,
What? No, all the...
See, they're blinking.
yeah, they've been doing this weird blink flash thing all night. Now my eyes are like,
Yeah, see, there's the smoker.
Well, that's because I clicked on smoke.
Yeah, there's lights. See, they got the cop lights.
We'll just do that then.
Yep. Nope.
We just need to get down earlier so I can actually test this stuff.
yeah, right?
Pete's telling me right now. He said, "Don't do it. Let the music play. Don't do it." You see that pickle I'm in? I am in a pickle.
Pete, we want Jeremy to do this because he's embarrassed.
All right, let's read DMAT's Pokedex entry.
Okay, he's a bug Pokemon.
He's 2'3", 33 pounds. After standing on its hind legs, it acquired high intelligence. It sheds its skin and grows bigger 3 times a year.
That is a lot.
Can you imagine?
That is a lot
funny.
of getting bigger.
Stone Monkey wants
Anyone
a.
else? We haven't done Triclaw yet.
Oh, we haven't. We haven't done Pete either.
Triclaw,
Transport.
6 inches, you little baby. It will bravely face an opponent even larger than itself. That's everybody.
Dang, he's
It
only
was sealed
6
into the
inches,
computer
but
after releasing a strong light.
he's 20 pounds. It's like this thing.
So he's the brass
That's funny.
Pokemon?
Yeah. What's the heaviest metal on Earth?
Lead.
I don't
No,
think
I
it's
don't
lead.
know. Would it be what's the most dense?
Sure.
Yeah. Pete's the happiness Pokemon.
But he's ghost ground.
Cam's ankle
He
says,
easily warms up to people, so it will even help the elderly at work.
ooh.
Just not pick the right movie.
It lived in the desert approximately 900 million years.
Don't know why he helps the elderly. He is one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hold on. We should.
Osmium, I think.
What?
Triclaw says osmium for the densest.
Oh.
No freaking ways. 100% right.
Dang.
So Triclaw has sick Lord of the Rings knowledge and just knows dense stuff.
I mean, I know dense stuff.
You are so funny. You are absolutely ridiculous.
I'm hilarious.
So Chris, any other? So you loved the reviews, but overall, you give the movie like a 7 out of 10 for Indiana Jones.
Like a 7.5.
Can we turn off the police lights.
He just typed in
I was
big
trying to.
lumos.
Yeah, that's a connection
Thank you.
thing or whatever.
Thanks.
I'm bummed out Red Alert didn't work. That's my favorite
I
thing.
know. I like Red Alert too.
Rye. I like my men like I like my osmium. It's ridiculous. All right, Chris, anyways, well, let's wrap up. Let's talk about it. Kara and I will go watch it before now and before next week.
Okay. We need to find babysitter.
We can.
Cool.
My mom said she'll watch Chip.
Okay.
So we can go.
I'm surprised she doesn't want to go.
She does, but she understands the Chip watching need. Mm-hmm. Chris, you have central air out there, right?
Yeah.
I just put my AC in yesterday. I broke down. It feels so good.
I can't believe you waited this long. I would have had it in like March.
I know.
It's not been warm here though. Like
Down by the lake, it's been like 50.
It's been chilly. Like I'll get up in the morning to leave for work and I have like my jacket on.
Cam won Spinner's Choice, Cam's ankle. However, I think he picked Pizza Dance.
Yep.
And we're trying to talk him out of Pizza Dance.
But we're not. Jeremy is trying to talk him out of Pizza Dance.
I didn't realize he picked the Pizza Dance. That's an option on the wheel.
Play Bish, please.
No. Let's just have Cam.
No, I didn't realize that's what
Yeah.
he picked.
Yeah, I don't think
we were
he
just having a
picked it.
conversation about
Yeah,
it.
I agree. I think he did. We were just having a conversation. Let's wait and see what he actually wants.
Cam, what's Jeremy doing? Please say Pizza Dance.
No, don't say Pizza Dance.
Well, that's what he picked of his own free will before.
Yeah. So suck it.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
I apologize, Pete. I'm going to send you something for free for putting up with the shenanigans of this show.
Who?
Just keep Pete.
You already owe Pete some
why do you
stuff.
feel so bad for him?
Because I also don't, like, if I was watching the show, I'd be like, Pizza Dance, Schmizza Dance. I don't want it. This is
if you don't want to
horrible.
do it, we don't have to do it.
No, Cam picked it.
Y'all never give
Send
me
it.
the option of not doing something if I don't want to do it.
Well, Jeremy sounds like he legitimately
I love
being
you, Chris.
frustrated by this. So
Hey, look at that, says Pete. No, we'll do it. Go ahead, we'll do it for Cam. Do you have any fun lights?
I'm trying to. It's so much harder to do this without the automation.
Ooh, she
that.
bright.
That works. Oh, and then it shuts off when you...
Apparently.
Well,
Oh, did somebody try and redeem a red alert? Is that what just happened?
I have no
I don't know why
idea.
that was. All these crazy things are like suddenly triggered here.
Ooh.
Some of the lights, as you can see, are not even pointing in the right spot, Jeremy.
Oh, I know which one
Yeah.
it is.
There's two of them that aren't.
Yeah, which ones?
So that
That
one's
one's not
pointing in the
even-
right direction, and it's not...
That one's not even turning on.
Well, it's pointing in the right direction, and then that one's
That's
pointed 180.
all right. Well, maybe we just don't do anything with the lights. I'm frustrated with these.
All right, well, put on Bish, please. We'll do this. I'll lean into it.
One thing.
There it is.
So
They're gonna get
What
the.
a
They're gonna
train
get the.
wreck.
They're gonna get the Disney. The Disney Pizza Dance.
Yep.
Oh, the Disney. Oh, the Disney was kind of when I looked down. You just like the song. Song's cool. Like the Bish, please.
You missed it.
No, I didn't. Did I? Did I really? You toss the pizza. You toss the pizza. You put on the sauce. Put on the sauce. Add the cheese. Add the cheese. And you put it in the oven. Whoop, whoop, whoop. See, I didn't miss it.
I mean, you did. You let that beat go one too long.
Do I really do it on the beat prior to the...
Yeah. You missed it by one.
Disney
You
pizza.
do look like the cloudy with a chance of meatballs guy.
It does look like that when my Disney filter is on, isn't it?
Oh, Mike gifted a sub. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. I like Tri-Claws. Was it frozen pizza? Because
Disney pizza. Is it frozen pizza?
I like that. I think it's funny.
Yes. Then
It's
Kara,
it's like if you
But
like the
it's
pizza dance.
called
so much, maybe you should
Jeremy
do it, Kara.
Pizza Dance.
Kara, I can hear the disdain in your voice. So let's talk about the reasons why.
I have Kara movie review. You have Jeremy Pizza Dance.
Oh, you are so funny. And tell Mike Fish about what you thought of the platform.
I haven't watched it yet.
Well, shocking. All right, we are going to watch it tonight.
Are we though?
Yes, we are.
We can bring alcohol, right?
Sure. Mike, yeah, he understands.
We'll see.
Mike has been subscribed to us for 14 months. That is amazing.
Dang.
That is amazing.
Have we been on Twitch that long?
February of 2022.
Dang! Holy cow!
That is
Oh,
unbelievable.
we've been on Twitch since September of 21, but been affiliates since February.
Hello,
of
Kate's
2022.
Blaster Mods. Or Cat's Blaster Mods. Oh my gosh, we're getting rated. What?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Hold
rated
on.
with the parties. Yeah, Vile Mods is rating us.
Oh my
Vile,
gosh!
oh my God.
So many Nerf darts. Well, speaking of Nerf darts, yeah, right?
Yep, we just
Well,
got
hi,
Nerf darted.
Vile.
Welcome.
What'd you do on your show tonight? What Nerf gun were you modding?
Yeah.
You will appreciate this.
Hello, Iron Gopher. Welcome in.
Our toddler, Chip, he's 2.5. He has now started to play with Nerf guns.
Oh.
Is that too young? Are we bad parents? Or is that cool?
Oh, Rise of the Nerf Mods. We're not bad parents. We're
so
good
he comes
parents.
up.
Hello, Teacup
Hello,
Story.
Teacup Story.
Teacup Story, you've been here before, haven't you?
Of course, Teacup Story's been here
Yeah, I was
before.
gonna say, I was like, I know that name.
Well, I know
What's
why
going
I know
on?
that
Oh,
name.
we see a shot.
Teacup Story has a record. I don't even want to say it on stream.
What?
Should we talk about this?
What?
Teacup Story specifically?
Wait, a 3D printed blaster? That's cool.
I saw somebody was trying to do a blaster that's
Yes, Teacup
fired.
Story.
Wait, what?
I'm 99.9% positive. I wish David was here tonight. Teacup Story has the most outstanding. I owe Teacup Story a gift. She has won something on a stream from the last year that has not
I
been
think
sent
you're
out.
right.
And the problem was when David it's not David's fault. David started
It's
a new
literally
sheet,
Jeremy's fault.
and 2022 was in the background. When I thought I closed everything out, I moved on to
Hello, Grim
2023,
Reaper.
and Teacup Story has had a prize outstanding from 2022. So you have a present coming. And that is what happened. It was 2022
Oh, Jeremy.
has been, yeah.
But no, to finish Jeremy's story about our child and Nerf darts, Chip has come to call Nerf darts bops. B-O-P-S. Bops. And so he'll shoot one of the Nerf guns we have at home, and he'll empty the magazine, whatever, and he'd be like, I need more bops.
Funny.
And Kara, when she was out and about, she found a tackle box, like a little one about that big, and it fits Nerf darts perfectly. Mm-hmm. And so she puts it in there. So Chip
It's Chip's little
slams
ammo
down
box.
the T-Rex blaster and the ammo box, and he's like, I need these bops. And so we'll have to open the box for him so he can put the bops in there. And he does it, too.
Oh, thank you for the bits.
Oh, thank you so much, Grim Reaper.
Oh,
Thank you
is
so
that
much.
new too? Chris, the little thing, that little gold tag that shows how many bits?
Oh, yeah, with the
That was
with the
cool.
cheer thing, yeah.
That is super cool.
Yeah, and
Nice.
Dropkick gifted a sub.
Oh, no
Oh,
way.
thank you, Dropkick.
Is Brad
Right
gonna...
around it says Bob's, isn't that British for boobs?
Ha! Is it? Are you serious?
B-O-P-S, not BAP.
Oh, those are really spicy. That's a fresh batter. Oh my goodness. Oh, smoke and mirrors and
Nerf guns
darts and everything
oh my
else.
Land.
So, yeah. Did anybody say, are we bad? Oh, RJ, thank you so
for
much.
the bits, RJ.
Has anybody talked about, are we bad parents for letting a toddler play with Nerf guns?
No, we're not bad parents.
More
Normally,
bombs.
red lights would be flashing right now.
Brad,
but
they want more
some
Nerf guns. Go ahead.
disconnect. Wait.
Hit us with some bops.
Cam's ankle.
Oh!
It does feel extra spicy. Wait, we're on a level 3 hype train. Oh my
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Cam wants the book.
If we do a level 5 hype train, we have an aluminum polished, mirrored, polished, finished aluminum ingot if we had level 5. Just saying.
Grim Reaper, it is crazy here, but we have a good time.
Ha! Triclaw. He said that giving Chip Nerf guns makes us Nerf herders. You have no idea. I know for a fact. Well, he shoots them off, and I always miss like one. So we slowly are losing one, and where do those ones go to? That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
How do we shoot you? Well, usually when someone either does even a simple
subs?
cheer or don't gifts a sub or anything like that, it triggers a Nerf dart shooting.
420 bits.
And so that's another.
Thank you, Ryan.
Oh,
Thank you.
That 20 cent donation.
Another rock. Man, those are coming in hot
They're
tonight.
spicy. Are those things like...
That is coming in hot.
All right.
They go, we're missing socks goes, oh my goodness, Dropkick. Another 500 from Dropkick. And then Triclaw did, and Grim Reaper did 75. Thank you, Grim Reaper. Brad, you know what to do. You know what to do.
Wait, what? What's happening? Oh, no.
No, there's another 575.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much for all my arms.
So many Nerf guns. Man, that is spicy tonight.
It is. I don't know why, but it hurts.
Can we just talk for a second about how well the background is held up to being shot with Nerf darts?
I mean...
we did a good
that
job.
Mylar is pretty solid.
It is really solid.
Y'all did good.
Hi, Tink Live again. Or he's laughing. He didn't say hi. He said,
Yeah, I was going to say, Tink Live's been here, Jeremy. Don't you remember you introduced yourself as Tink Live in the beginning?
I did.
Weirdo.
So hopefully that answered it for
we
you.
have some spicy book read to do.
So when somebody donates 101 bits specifically, it triggers a book read from a spicy romance novel.
This is called Holding Out for a Cowboy.
Wait, is that a second one from Gus?
Yeah.
No,
that's the
just
one.
highlighting
Okay.
it.
Chris, what level hype train are we at?
4.
Level 4.
If we hit 5, sorry, just give me the spotlight for just 1 second. Or just get here, Kara, you do it. Or give it to Kara. Go back to Kara's cam.
What am I going to do?
Tell everybody, this is a level 10 hype train giveaway.
This is a brass ingot.
Solid brass polished ingot.
Made by Cam's uncle.
But you guys are like so close. If we hit a level 5, we're gonna give away an aluminum polished one. A Beskar ingot made out of solid metal.
Aluminum. This one is what?
That is brass.
Well, I know, but how do we give this one
level
away?
10. No, record. I think that's for our next record.
Hype train, which we currently are sitting at an 11.
I think 10 is as far as we get.
10 is our top?
10.
Oh, yeah.
We were like
almost.
11. Oh,
Okay.
thank you, Iron Gopher.
What did he do? What?
Well, Chris, just do a giveaway. Would you fire up, make sure that it's cleared. We'll just do a giveaway, but if it hits, we will give away that brass or the polished one tonight.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, everyone is being insane right now.
And then Brad, you might as well light us up again. Hold the book, Kara.
Wait, what are we doing?
Well, there's been a couple more bits.
Why?
Nick Callisto did 100.
I will say thank you for this in 1 second.
Thank you. Just again, Raiders and. Oh man.
Why are they so spicy tonight?
Oh, RJ, thank you so much. It is a charge. Oh, Dropkick did 100.
Cam gifted a sub.
Is it 98% there?
99.
Oh,
sorry.
It's so funny hearing sorry.
We hit 5.
Oh, do we hit 5?
Oh my gosh.
All right, well, we will be giving away a aluminum polished Beskar ingot tonight. So type in ! enter. And then we will draw here as soon as Kara's done reading the
My spicy book.
Do we have 1 or 2 spicy book reads?
1 spicy book read.
No, Cam did another one, I think.
No, you only did 1.
I think he did another one.
Did you do 1 or 2, Chris?
I think he did 2.
He did 1. I was just
There, Jeremy.
show. Okay, so Iron Gopher, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Dropkick, another 100 bits. Ridiculous. Mikalisto, thank you for the cheer. RJMG with a 25-bit cheer. Dropkick with another 100 bits.
Dang, you guys.
Cam with 100 bits. You guys are insane.
Man.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no, Cam did a second 101-bit read. So now we do have 2 reads now. They just did a second one.
All right, y'all ready for this? This one could be spicy. She yelped as he retaliated by dropping the hose and scooping her into his arms, threatening to drop her in the oversized sink that, beneath the frothy white suds, was filled with dirty pint water. Casey locked her arms around his neck and her legs around his waist.
Whoa! Is that the spiciest one to date?
No, there was the one that talked about the morning wood.
Oh.
That's the one that I randomly picked, I think.
It was. Okay. So there's that.
Mikalisto, yes. How do you prefer? Twitch or Discord? Are you on our Discord? So you can message on Discord?
You can whisper one of us.
Yeah.
I think my whispers are open. Okay.
All right. You're going to just continue on from there because that seems to be leading places.
Oh.
Might as or did she
I lost it. I didn't know I was going to continue.
Well, if you picked another random one already, that's fine.
Okay. 5 days. How did someone fall asleep in your bed and then disappear for 5 days? Okay, fine. Maybe Casey had fled the scene first the morning after the poker game, kitchen water fight, and everything that came after. But that was simply to decompress with Ivy and figure out what the hell she wanted. Or at least how much she could want, while still keeping her heart safe. But when Casey finally got back to her apartment, Boone was gone.
Oh.
Dropkick, 1,000 bits.
A dropkick?
Dang.
Well, Brad, you might as well just unload it. Unload it.
No, it's not me. Jeremy asked for it, not me.
Karen, grab the wheel. Children.
Did you get hit in the nuts?
Yes, and they're numb. Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right. Oh, that hurts. I gotta keep it together.
Absolutely crazy.
I gotta keep it together. Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Brad.
I'll be all right. No. I opened the legs. Should not have done that. Should not have done that. Oh, drop kick.
Oh.
You got your money's worth out of that one. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Oof. It's you guys
breath,
know.
Deep breath.
It's just
Deep
absolute craziness.
It's a numb pain. It is a numb pain. Hello, Crooks. Hello, Crooks. Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing? He was the one who shot me.
Direct Hitza.
Yep, should not have done that. Oh man. The angle and everything. Too funny.
Oh, drop kick another 500 bits.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh man.
You can shoot more. It's okay. Jeremy's protecting himself. Just do it. Just do it.
Brad's so nice.
He feels bad now. Do you feel bad? Don't feel bad. It's fine.
Dropkick, thank you so much. That seriously means a ton. Thank you guys. I'm excited to give this ingot away. I really am. This one's going to be really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. A polished aluminum ingot.
Kara's just got a nice red glow. I'm over here in the darkness, blue. Like the blue Sith over here.
Well, it's because half the lights aren't working for some reason.
I'm Fire Nation. That's why I'm red.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the what would be blue one is, yeah. Oh, well, okay, that's funny.
What?
Well, so it's, hey, that's the attitude, RJ. I got 2 blue lights on me, and then all of the other ones are red.
There's 5.
Red doesn't play as hard.
I do have one red one that's special.
Oh my
Pointing in the
goodness.
opposite direction.
Kara's so cheeky. Okay, Chris.
I think we just need to invest in better of those spinny lights.
Better versions of them.
Yeah, I just like they.
Hey, the red and blue still played through the total Bang Lumos elimination.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
Chris, are we ready to draw?
Did everybody enter? How many people do we have entered?
I
A lot.
do not know. Plenty.
Hey, red versus blue. I have seen that. For the record.
Free dog night.
Dog night. Hey! A polished aluminum ingot.
I don't think yeah, he said
there
woo.
you are. Woo!
So it will look just like this, but polished
aluminum.
silver. But I mean, like silver color, you know. It'll look just like this, but it'll be beautiful silver.
Yeah,
you have not won a Best Star
amazing.
ingot.
No.
So if you like Mando, hopefully you like Star Wars. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, you win a Best Scar ingot made of aluminum. Matter Mutant, I haven't seen you. Well, welcome in.
That was super awesome. That's exciting.
That's very
Did you
I love
Free Dog Night's Pokemon entry yet?
We did.
Did
earlier. Yep. We did Redog Nights earlier.
That is congratulations.
Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to do Vile Mods.
We do need to do Vile Mods. Vile Mods, are you still in here? We've been giving everybody their Pokemon tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had to take off. He was streaming pretty early today, so.
I saw his notification.
noticed that, yeah.
I did too.
A
He's
monkey,
a monkey
Pokemon. Hey.
Flying Ice. It
Okay.
will bravely face an opponent even larger than itself. After being exposed to X-rays from the moon, fish Pokemon turned into Vile.
Awesome. Vredog Knight says, I love Star Wars. I have a bunch of different stormtroopers and other trooper things. So yeah,
Excellent.
if you have not seen the quality of these things, they're absolutely phenomenal. My phone fell out during the carnage. Chris, is Droid Cam, would it work? Should we
It
end?
should.
Well, not end, and we'll end soon, but we'll just do a Droid Cam close-up of the... Oh yeah, here we go. So this is... I got it.
Tap to focus.
I can't tap to focus. I got my face.
Use your nose.
There we
He
go.
did
I
use his nose,
my
actually.
Sorry for the fingerprints, but that's because it's polished. So yeah, it'll have Rise of the Podcast logo in here. It's like the same dimensions as an actual ingot. It'll have all the super cool organic, like, just information in it. They're just so beautiful.
Oh, Viles is still here.
Yeah, I
Dang.
saw
Well,
that.
I hope
Yeah.
you like your Pokemon.
You're a monkey Pokemon. You started out as I love that you started
you
out
should
as
do
a
a close-up
fish.
of that Stormtrooper helmet that I 3D printed.
So-
if they like Stormtrooper stuff.
Vredog Knights, I can absolutely do that too. You want me to use the Droid Cam? Let's see here. Boop. Okay, so there, look at, you guys can see there's chat there. This, Chris, 3D printed. This is a what percent?
50% scale.
50% scale, all hand painted, just to prove that it's 3D printed. Take a look on the inside. You guys can kind of see the like layer lines and everything there. But on the outside, look at how smooth and beautiful that is.
I think we should show off Mando too. Mando looks real good as well.
There we go. There's the focus.
Oh, there's me. Hi.
All right, let me see Mando. This was also 3D printed. Isn't that just beautiful? This one's got a lot of weathering and stuff going on. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Very hard to hold my phone and
I can imagine.
show off gear. Look at my knee. So yeah. Well, I am so excited. Okay, David is not here to message you. Vredog Knights. Chris, can
Oh, heck
you
yeah. We'd love to see some
whisper?
pictures in Discord.
Can you whisper Vredog Knights and get his information?
I think so. I'll have to figure out how to do it, but I'll give me
Hold
1
on.
second.
I can.
Or Kara will do it. Kara will do it. Vredog. Let's do it before we wrap
I
up
have
to
it
make sure
written
it works.
down as well on regular papers. So.
Okay, because we got to get his info. So, Lady Burrito,
Yep.
88, will whisper you, and we'll just get your address and your shipping information, and we'll get it sent to
Oh,
you.
did I miss cheer? I might have missed a cheer here.
Just name, address, and
I
email.
had a
Right?
gift sub. Sorry, so Dropkick
Email if they want tracking.
Okay.
cheered 500 bits, and Cam gifted a gift sub that I believe. I
Oh,
missed.
thank you
Yep,
so much,
yeah,
Cam. And
thank you.
Dropkick. Oh, my goodness.
And then who was it that wanted us to whisper?
Mick Callisto.
McListo. It's a good thing I asked.
So much chaos going on, but thank you so
Oh,
much.
hey, sorry. Stone Monkey wants you to do Star Trek Minnesota movie quote, Chris.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Let me look at the redeems.
Sorry, Stone Monkey. Now, you've met Stone Monkey in person now, correct? Right, Chris?
Yeah, he's awesome.
So he could have punched you in the nuts for ignoring him doing... Oh, doing Indiana Jones... Well, no.
The opening. Oh, okay. I know what he's talking about.
Chris is getting into
He likes to read
character.
it
Yeah,
over
he
and
likes to-
kind of plan what he's gonna say.
Well, he wanted a very specific,
Yeah, turn it on.
a very specific thing. All right.
Here we go.
Well, space, it's that final frontier. These are them voyages of that old reliable starship, the Enterprise. It's got that 5-year mission to go out and see them strange new worlds and maybe even touch some slimy stuff. To seek out new life and them new civilizations and let them know how good that hot dish is. And ultimately, they're just going to boldly go where ain't no man, woman, or even a trout probably been before.
Phenomenal
I
idea.
love
for a
that.
Minnesota
That
movie
was
quote.
really good.
I have to say this. Could you imagine if, let's say, whatever reason, Star Trek was
Wait,
produced in Minnesota?
Stone Monkey, isn't that what didn't he want the Star Wars?
No, he wanted Star Trek.
Oh, Star Trek, I mean?
Yeah, the
it was-
opening monologue from Star Trek. That's what you're talking about, right? And if that's
Oh.
not that, that's what you're getting.
No, Brad was the one who said do Indiana Jones or do.
Oh no, he said no Minnesota movie quote from when I redeemed it, question mark? Or
Yeah,
do
he
you
did
do that
redeem
after
33
that?
minutes ago. That's where I saw though.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, what? Okay,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. Is there anyone that we should rate out? You guys kind of rated in, but hey, we appreciate it. We didn't. It's too bad we're not on longer. I think we pushed it a little bit longer just for everybody coming in. That's kind of why we stayed a little bit later. Got it.
So I'll do an Indiana. Well, we named the old dog Indiana. I think it might be a little bit goofy that you want to be called, but that's your choice.
Yes, that was great. That was great.
All right,
That was wonderful.
All right, who are we gonna raid?
Wow. Next week, Chris, I want you to do the Indiana Jones speech when he talks highly of Marcus Brody. I want you to do that Minnesota movie. You can prepare something from that for next week.
I wonder if I can do it from memory.
There's not a lot on tonight. Well, at least for my people.
I just refreshed because I remember that this webpage has been open for about 5 years. So. It's thinking real hard. It's thinking real hard.
Deep Laker says raid
Charles
someone
Baker Deck and
new.
Chris Perillo.
Well, Deep Laker said raid someone new. Deep Laker, do you have a recommendation that Chris can
Yeah.
follow really quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been on point, Ryan. You make very good recommendations on people to raid. Who does Ryan have on his list that he's following?
There's somebody called the Zia Show that's recommended for me. It says Lego giveaway and building.
Oh, okay.
What'd Cam say?
Sid Heresy. I'll follow them either way, but. Oh, Ryan's been trying to get us to raid Sweaty Pedals forever. Actually,
Is he streaming right now?
I think so.
Okay, Cam, next week
Sweaty Pedals is pretty good.
we'll raid
Okay.
Sid Heresy. We'll raid Sweaty Pedals because he's
I
actually.
just got to get him followed real quick here.
Oh, and Stone Monkey knows Sid Heresy is fun too. Well, that's cool though, because now we have people that we can look forward to rating. I will drop by Sid Heresy's and prep it over the next couple days. I'll stop in and say hello and check out a stream.
There you go.
10,000 years later, the internet is so slow. Come on! I'm just waiting for the stupid follow button to pop up. This is ridiculous. Follow.
You got this. You got this.
Okay, is it going to show up in the raid things now? No. Okay, so maybe if I just type it in.
Kara, did you get Bree's stuff?
Yes. Yes, I did.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yep.
I take for granted all the
Okay.
work David does.
McCallisto whispered me as well, so we'll talk about that afterwards as well.
Am I in
Apparently,
trouble?
Sweaty's doing the second longest subathon in Twitch history.
That's cool.
He's
McCallisto
going
has
number
issue
one.
with you.
I'm sorry, McCallisto.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I'm going to hit start raid and then I'm going to start doing the outro. And then if we
Cool.
get cut off, we get cut off. But first, I do want to apologize to anybody listening to the audio only version of the podcast. Yet again, we provided absolutely nothing of value to you. But you can always make that better by joining us live every Saturday night at 7 p.m. at twitch.tv/Rise of the Podcast. You can also watch old episodes at youtube.com/Rise of the Podcast. All of our classic episodes are there. If you are watching, don't forget to like the video and comment down below to keep the conversation going. You guys, this is a roller coaster of a ride, and we enjoy being with you every single Saturday night. Thank you all all so much for watching, and of course,
May the force be with you.